Yes. What? Okay. Hey, hey, hey. Passion, oh my goodness gracious. Hello, stranger. How are you? I haven't talked to you in like forever. It's been a hot minute, chickadee. Well, I mean, online at least. Hello. All right, you guys. So tonight I am using the Beep Beep Jeep. And we are going to color up inside this book. And I didn't think that out very well because where I stamped it, it's going to be really hard to color. But hey. I should have stamped it on this side and it would have been much easier to color because it's flat. But that's all right. Harlan! Putting together a cat tree? Oh, man. That's what you get for being nice guys, right? So tonight, I have taken over Sandy's live because Sandy is on vacation. So I really spent some time channeling my inner Sandy. And, right, that's what he gets. And so tonight I ate ice cream, which is totally a Sandy thing. And I am up late. I just had a really good idea, you guys. Because sometimes I have good ideas. I'm going to use one of our make and take mats to put in here so that I can color this flat. Look at me being all like, smart. Look, I got ink all over my hands too. Hi, Cheryl. I know, right? I'm also super duper freezing, which is also a Sandy thing for sure. I guess just because I'm normally snuggly in my bed watching these lives when she goes live at night. And so I'm not snuggly in my bed. So you can probably hear a little fan beside me. It is my heater because I am so cold. I'm just pulling up any extra ink so that it dries. I'm kind of stalling so that the ink dries. This is a bullet journal. So any of you wondering, it just has a dot grid pattern. And this is from the Sassy Club. And this is what I have been making our photo album in. And so we take this to the shows with us and it, hangs out on the shows. Hey, bestie. I was just saying I channeled my inner Sandy. I had ice cream tonight. I'm freezing to death. I have my heater on. Like, totally all in on the frozen Sandiness tonight. So we're just going to start coloring. Just zoom in a little bit for you guys. And so this is Copic friendly paper that she used to create this. And we are going to create a little journal page for this in our little photo album that we take to the booths and stuff. So a very specific color scheme in mind. And we're going to go with that color scheme, and then I'll show you what I have up my sleeve in a little bit. So first things first, I'm going to start with the tires because that's the easiest thing for me to do. And I know that I'm going to use my W's. So, I'm going to stair step down my W's. I have W10, 8, 6, 5, and 4. I know, right? I know why you're cold, because you eat ice cream, and ice cream makes you cold. You also like ice in all of your drinks, which also makes you cold. So, that's why you're always cold. I figured it out. You can't tell me any different. Okay. So I'm gonna color the tires and the steering wheel. And I'm going to start with the shadow part. So I'm also going to color this rear view mirror. So all kinds of pieces of this. We're just going to go crazy tonight. I'm even coloring a sandy. I love ice in my drinks, not on my nose, right? Yeah. Anyways, so this paper does not make me like super duper happy. Not gonna lie, it's not my favorite paper to color on, but it does work. And for what I'm doing, I really want this to be single layer. So that's why I stamped directly on the paper. Otherwise, I would just color this and then fussy cut it and then stick it in there. But I want it to kind of be in the background. So here we are, doing the dang thing. Are you guys surprised that I am up this late? Because sweet sentiment paper is our favorite. And just in case you guys are wondering, we did get sweet sentiment paper in stock, and Sandy so graciously added it to the store yesterday or Sunday, or I don't know what day, because I've seriously had a problem like all week keeping my days straight. And Sandy texted me and she was like, "What, no live today?" And I was like, no, crazy lady, it's Thursday. And she was like, no, it's Friday. And so, just like that, I lost an entire day of my life. No idea how. But that entire day, I had thought it was Thursday. So, yeah, there's that. It's just a weird time right now all over. Thank you. I feel validated. It is. It's a very odd time. There's lots of craziness going on. Planets are in weird places. Things are happening. It's all just weird. So, there you go. Okay, so I've thrown in some shadow. Gives me a place to start. We're going to go to our next marker, which is W8. And I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to come in here and I'm going to start elongating these shadows. I'm going to start working my way up the tires, adding more shadow to these treads. And since I already laid down the primary shadow, the secondary color tends to be easier and quicker. I just have to be careful not to put my hand on top of it, because with this paper, it doesn't dry as quickly. This paper has like an exterior coating, so think of it being as like laminated. So it leaves the ink kind of sitting on top of the paper. As you get further along in your coloring journey, you kind of learn the feel for different papers and what they do and how they react and kind of what they do to your markers and the ink and all of that sort of stuff. But until then, you can just take Sandy and I's word for it that certain papers are terrible to color on and certain papers are better to color on. Case in point, Sweet Sentiment coloring paper, because we spent time trying to make sure that our paper was the best. All right. Okay, so my next marker is W6. Trying to get that so that you can see the marker caps in the screen. So is everybody ready for Thanksgiving? Are you guys good to go? My contribution to Thanksgiving this year is making homemade stuffing. So I made bread, and now tomorrow I have to cut up the bread and let it sit out so that it gets a little bit stale, obviously, so that you can make the stuffing with it, and toast it in the oven. And then on Thursday morning, we have Thanksgiving dinner like at 2 o'clock-ish. So on Thursday morning, I will create the stuffing and start to cook it. It takes about an hour to cook. And then I will take it up to my sister's house where we're having Thanksgiving. She lives about an hour away from me. And we'll brown it there. These are some serious off-road tires, let me tell you. So we discussed on my daytime live what the potatoes will be done on Thursday. Cooking tomorrow, traditionally requested deviled eggs and mashed potatoes with garlic and bacon. Yum. Harlan, I love deviled eggs, which is super weird because I hate mayonnaise. I hate it. I loathe and despise mayonnaise. But I really, really like deviled eggs. And I can only eat them once. You brought your Copics? Did you bring your beep beep Jeep? You're gonna love this when you see this. Okay, so this is my W4 and I'm just using it to add a little bit of highlight to the front of the tires, to the top of the steering wheel, and the back of that rear view mirror. Now I'm gonna come back to this color blend to fill out some of the other things that would be black. But for now, we're going to do a couple of other things. I'm not real sure how this is going to turn out. I'm not even going to lie, you guys. This is the first time I've colored this Jeep. Oh, and ATC images, yes. This is the first time I've colored this Jeep, so I'm nervous to say the least. So BG18, BG45. I want this teal to lean a little bit more green. A tad of curry. Cheesy and Patty isn't big on mayo either, but my eggs go fast. I don't think I've ever had curry. I know. Am I like doing all kinds of shocking you right now? I'm gonna go, no, I don't want that. I want, that. Okay. Julie, come on. Hello, people. Color the panda. I love that stamp. Yeah, the panda's adorable. Sandy's been doing so freaking well on all of the art. It's just so amazing to see her. Yeah, you've colored the Jeep several times. Cheryl, do you not like my coloring? Cheryl's already asking when Sandy's going to be back. She misses her regular colorer. She's only used to me on the weekends. I'm throwing off her routine. I'm just giving you a little razz in there, Cheryl. Okay, so I'm adding some shadow where the hood connects to the truck. I'm just messing with you, girl. I do that to the ones I love because I know they can take it. Cheryl, have you got any tracking on your package? Because it went out that day. So I was hoping that it would get to you soon. Also, it's not Thanksgiving for you guys, right? You guys have already done your Thanksgiving? The blendability of this paper leaves something to be desired. She wants to know how many days in a row she can expect to deal with me. She's like, oh Lord, I can't handle this much Jammie time. Sandy's having a good old time, so. Yeah, your Thanksgiving was last month. Okay, so do you guys do the crazy Black Friday shopping as well? Do you guys have like a Black Friday after your Thanksgiving? Oh my gosh, you guys, the blendability of this paper is not doing it for me. It's a really fun book, and I'm not saying anything bad towards the book because I really do love this book a lot. I just know how our paper functions, and so it's really difficult for me to use this paper. That's all. There we go. Oh, so you have Black Friday this coming Friday. You shopped a bit online today. So we have a Black Friday sale coming up, you guys, but ours actually starts tomorrow. So the Sweet Sentiments sale starts tomorrow, and it is pretty awesome. We have a lot of things that are going to be on sale, especially for those of you who have been with the group for a long time. We have a bunch of dies that we found that are going to be available for stamp sets that you probably have. And so this will be like your last chance to get the matching dies. So that's going to be super duper cool. Additionally, we just have a lot of stuff. I'm not even going to lie. We just have a lot of stuff that we're putting on sale. So it's going to be really cool. I don't want to like spill the beans, you know, so I'm trying to be, hi Joni. I'm trying to be, yeah, so much for just Friday, right, Harlan? I'm trying to be really, thought it was Thursday. Yeah, see, Cheryl, you're like me. I think it's Thursday. You're a day ahead. I was a day behind. But yeah, I'm trying not to spill the beans so that it's a surprise. But honestly, you're going to want to shop early because there's limited supply of stuff. And so if you're looking for anything specific, I would definitely suggest shopping early. I'm not sure what time Cameron posted, like, is making everything go live. So you will have to check. You have a list made up and you're waiting. But yes. You're definitely going to want to check out the sale, see what's going on. We're going to have, next year, you guys, is going to just be freaking amazing. We have some products in the pipelines that you guys are going to be just gaga over. And we really need to make room for those products. So my craft room is only so big, and Sandy's house and craft room is only so big. I say her house because generally the Sweet Sentiment stuff is like literally all over her house. And so we need room. So we need your help. Just not even gonna lie. We need your help. Help us make room. Help us help you. So what kind of Black Friday shopper are y'all? I want to know. Are you like a wake up super early, go running around crazy, go get all the things? Are you a list maker? Do you read the newspaper and check out all the ads and see where you're going to go? Are you a stay at home because you people? Because that's me. I stay at home, you people. Oh, this Jeep's looking cute. I don't know why I didn't color it before. I mean, Cheryl's obviously a list maker. I know Sandy's probably a list maker too. Sandy's like not a Black Friday person though. I can tell you that right now. She's gonna be, no, I'm gonna sleep in. There's no way I'm getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning to go shopping. Yeah, Cheryl, I get that, but I don't, okay, you guys, we're gonna, thanks, Cheryl, we're gonna get real here for a minute. So, my favorite part of Thanksgiving used to be getting the newspaper on Thanksgiving because it was like inches thick. And it had all the Black Friday ads. Things I want to buy, things I already bought, etc. Yeah, I know you and your list making prowess. And it was like we would sit down after dinner and we would go through that huge newspaper. And we would not necessarily make lists, but definitely like, you know, find things, circle things, decide where we wanted to go, if we wanted to go to certain stores. We would always see what like the best deals were. And back then, and I'm talking like 90s, early 2000s. And back then, Black Friday was like a thing. Like, it was amazing. And you got some incredible deals. We're talking like big screens for like $100. Like, you know, portable DVD players. Oh my gosh, do you remember when that was a thing? Like, Black Friday was a thing. It was worth getting up early. And then you would go to stores like Mervyn's. Do you remember Mervyn's? That's a West Coast thing. Harlan probably remembers Mervyn's. you would go to like Mervyn's and you would stand in line and they would bring out like hot cocoa or coffee and donuts, and they would like take care of the people standing in line, and you would get like these epic coupons or scratch tickets or whatever. And they always gave you like a gift. I remember JCPenney's used to always give out like Disney snow globes. They weren't big snow globes. They were like little snow globes. Joni, you might remember Mervyn's too. Julie, you might too. And do you remember the ads where they're like, open, 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 open? The movie I've been waiting for is coming up, Super Night. And yes, I remember Mervyn's. They were a client of mine just before they sold them off to the investment group. Yeah. Well, enjoy your movie, Harlan. Thanks for popping on. But they would give you like snow globes, and I don't know. It was just amazing. It was so amazing. I just absolutely loved it. And it was like this whole, I'm going to brave R89 on this paper. I'm being really brave. But it was like this whole thing. And you would get up at like 4 or 5 in the morning because you had to be in line, and, you know, only so many people got the deal, and blah, 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 blah. So now I told you that like super long story to tell you how disappointed. All right. Well, I look forward to it, Harlan. Have a good night. There were so many good deals and stuff, and now it's so disappointing. It is like really disappointing. Like, oh, it sucks so bad. I hate Black Friday now. So it used to be a thing. My mom and sister and I, my eldest sister and I would all like meet up, and we would like divide and conquer, and like she would go to one store and we would go to another store, and you know, it was like this big thing that you had to like map out and make it all work to get all the best deals before they were gone. And now, wah, wah, wah. It's just not good. So yeah, I miss Black Friday for what it really was. So there, neener, neener. Nobody has good sales. Right, Cheryl? Thank you. Thank you for validating my point. They used to be like incredible, and now it's like, wah, wah, wah. Oh, this marker is bad on this paper. Because this marker has so much pigment in it, this paper does not like it. I'm going to go ahead and paint the undercarriage of this red, because I feel like the owner of this Jeep would be like super extra and make this all red. Just go with me here. Plus I did it on the back. I didn't even realize that part. There we go. Okay. I'm with Sandy nowadays, though. It's like not even worth getting out of bed for. I'll just shop whenever I want to shop, and I'll call it good. There is no earthly reason to get out of bed at 4 o'clock in the morning to go shopping. I mean that there's so much pigment in that color that it sits on top of the paper and it doesn't like absorb into the paper because this paper has a coating on the outside of it. And so when that pigment sits on top of the paper, it doesn't have anywhere to go. And it makes it really sticky and shiny. So if I move this into the light, you can see how like shiny that red is. And that's because the paper isn't actually absorbing any of the pigment. It is just sitting on the surface of it. And the darker color, so this is R89 as opposed to like R29, the darker the color is, the more pigment that there is in the ink and less carrier solution. Oh my God, Sandy, don't look at this marker. So bad. You did shop at Crazy Hours when the kids were little? So the more pigment that there is in a marker, the less carrier solution that there is. And that's what makes it sticky and shiny, because it is the pigment sitting on top of the paper. I bet you didn't know that I was going to get all into the science of it. Did I over answer your question, Cheryl? Oh, good. I'm glad that helps. Yeah, when there's so much pigment in a marker, so red is already heavily pigmented, but then when you make it like a super dark red, there's so much more pigment, it changes the viscosity of the ink entirely. And so it becomes not only a thicker ink, but then you have problems with laying that ink down onto the paper itself. So, okay, I'm going to add a couple little highlights with this R05. That's good for me. Okay, so that's why I have like a tissue hanging out when I color on this paper. It's kind of like Copic Express It paper. And so I do things like that with the Express It paper too, but you can see, I don't know if the camera picks it up, but you can see, oh, there we go. See that shininess and that dark, dark red? That's because that pigment is just sticky and tacky sitting on top of there. So there's a couple of things you can do. I'll wait till I'm all done. I'll probably run a eraser over the top of it. Something like that. Honestly, in this book, it's really not that big of a deal to me, but we'll see what I do. Okay, so the next color I want to use is yellow, and I know this is like way out of my zone here, but that's okay. Oh, good. I'm glad that you can see it, because that kind of makes the difference in what I'm talking about. Y19, Y15, Y08, Y13, and Y11, I think is what I want. Okay, so we're going to color these bucket seats. I get all quiet when I'm concentrating. This must be the side of that seat, so it's just gonna get colored. This is where those go. That's the floorboard, that's the roll. Okay. Then we're gonna do, oh, if I do that, that's not gonna look very good. So, and I don't wanna do that. So we're gonna do this front bumper here. We're gonna have a painted bumper. Like I said, just go with me, okay? We're going on this little journey together. Sandy, you're being awfully quiet over there. Just don't fall asleep, right? You can tease me all you want. The real story is not that I'm going to sleep this early, because I mean it is only 9 o'clock here. But the fact that if I don't start winding down and turning off the electronics around 9 o'clock, I cannot fall asleep. It takes me like 2 or 3 hours to fall asleep. So the longer I have the electronics on, the later it is that I fall asleep. So if I don't start turning them off around like 8 o'clock-ish, I won't be asleep. I won't sleep at all. So I generally read. That's why I read so many books in a year, because reading is the only thing that makes my brain shut off enough to be able to fall asleep. Otherwise, my brain just keeps going and going. Well, I know you're coloring, but you should be commenting. You have to be keeping me awake. And it takes about 2 to 3 hours, yeah. So you get me, Cheryl, you understand. I love how these headlights look like eyeballs. Cracks me up. Okay, so now that I've done that, I can kind of go back in and decide what I want different colors and stuff to be. So like I've decided that the armrest, I'm going to go ahead and make teal. I don't know why, I just want to, so that's what's going to happen. So I'm going to go back to that teal color blend. And that's why I leave them all hanging out on my desk. And I know I'm being a bad girl and not taking both caps off, but I also know where my markers are at. And don't tell Sandy, but they're a little bit dry. They really need a spa day. But I just have not had the time to deal with any of that lately. So, yeah. So I'm going to put the floorboard as black. Is COVID going around down where you are? My daughter tested and she got COVID, and there's a lot here where I live. There is a lot showing up around here. My sister actually just got it. That lives, the one that we're going to her house for Thanksgiving. She had it a few weeks ago. And she's, I mean, obviously fine now. But it's a really mild strain that's going on. So that's great. But it's definitely a thing. My husband has a cold right now, which sucks really bad because I don't think that he's going to be able to go to Thanksgiving. Because my dad has cancer, and so we can't be doing that, can't be making him sick. So husband might be staying home. Which means 0 adult beverages for me, because I will be driving. Which is fine. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, I think I'm going to make a red roll bar. Sounds like a fun idea. Crazy, so many have the cold. Oops, sorry, I hit the camera. Yeah, it is. It's, I'm surprised my son hasn't gotten it since, you know, he's in school. But he's out of school this week, which is fantastic. Because I have a couple of jobs I would love for him to do. And today he did his very first solo drive. And his very first drive was to go to the coffee shop to get Mama coffee. At first, he was like, no, I don't want to go. But I think it's just because he's like Sandy and I woke him up. I didn't wake him up. He was just waking up. He was waking up on his own. But I was like, hey, you want to go to the coffee shop and get coffee? And he was like, no. And I was like, dude, come on now. And he was like, no. So I said, okay, fine. And so I made myself another cup of coffee. And then he comes into my craft room and he was like, I don't know, it was like half hour, 40 minutes later. He comes into my craft room and he was like, okay, I'll go to the coffee shop. And I was like, dude, I already made myself coffee. And he said, well, I want to drive. I want to try driving by myself. So I said, okay, I'll take one for the team. Here's a 20. Well, that was pretty nice for him. This image must be old. I don't remember. It's the Beep Beep Jeep. I wouldn't say it's old, but it is older. It's from Sandy's birthday last year. It's our June release from 22. And yes, Cheryl, he's 17. He just got his license and he hasn't driven anywhere on his own yet. So today was the first time he drove somewhere all by himself. And that sounds weird to me, but it is what it is. Just because, like, when it was time for me to get my license, I was at the DMV right then and there on my 16th birthday, ready to go. That's okay, Cheryl. You don't have to remember every one of our images. It makes the old stuff new again, right? But anyways. So I was driving around, you know, like right away. So it's weird to me that the kids nowadays are not like super into it. And in Idaho, you can drive at 15 and a half. You don't have to wait till you're 16. So all right, so now I have the rims. And hi, Paula. Hey, Margaret. I'm gonna grab a drink of water. You're gonna love it when you see like the rest of what's going on with it. It seems a little out of my norm for the color palette. And that's okay. So I'm gonna grab some C's because I want to color the rims here. Or the wheels or whatever. And I just take my cues on shadowing from the Sandy Drawn Lines. I would say Artist Drawn Lines, but Sandy's the artist, so there you go. That was C6, and now I'm going to use C4. And then I'm going to use my silver pen. Thanks. And I'm going to add some silver highlights to these. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to grab my white gel pen because you guys know me. And you know, hey, my usual white gel pen is, oh, there it is. You know that I like to overuse my white gel pen. So I'm going to do just that. Okay, now the only other thing that I'm going to do now that I'm looking at this is the windshield looks like way too clear for me. So I'm going to grab my BG10, which is just like a very, hi Lori, very, beep beep, hi Michelle. They are, I have to think about it. Can't remember the name. Morin. M-A-U-R-E-N. And I thought it was Maureen, but then I heard the girl say Morin, so yeah. So I just have to be careful not to catch that red. Okay, so there we go. Our beep beep Jeep is done. So allow me to zoom out. There we go. And we're gonna do a little bit of ink blending around the outside of this. And so I'm going to grab Candied Apple. Nope, that's not the one that I want. I want Lumberjack Plaid. That's the one that I want. And I am just gonna hit the edges of this. So I'm just using my brush, going all the way around the edges. I'm going to flip this to this side so I can do the same thing. Rotate my book so it's more comfortable. Okay. Almost there. Okay. Oh, hey, my sister's here. I was using Lumberjack Plaid. Hi, Lori. I know I'm on late because I'm doing Sandy's live. So, all right, are you guys ready for the big reveal of what I have going on here? I have a picture of Sandy and I, and this is going to be our New Mexico page. I have the state cut out of New Mexico, and I have a picture of me and Sandy in New Mexico with the New Mexico sign. Oh, yeah. So excited. So this was just a laser package, a laser cut package from Paper Wizard. And I know. And so, yeah, that's where I'm at with that. So I'm going to glue up the back of this. Hey, Sandy, can you look up the date? I forgot to do that part again. One day I will remember to look up the date before I start. And I kind of want to put this on like a little bit wonky. I know, right? It's so perfect. I'm going to use Sweet Pops on this. Because, I mean, why not? It was when we drove to Arizona for the Mesa show. So, it wasn't very long ago. I mean, I can always put the date on later. Now, you guys know I use way too many Sweet Pops. It's part of my charm. But I mean, why not, right? September 18th. Look at you. I'll try and then bam, the date right there. Did I tell you I use way too many Sweet Pops? Because, I mean, it's totally a thing. Ooh, sorry. Hit the camera again. Yes, you do have this picture. Okay. Did I ever tell you guys I love paper clips? Like, check out this paper clip. It says like, and it's a heart. How cool is that? Shaped paper clips are my jam. I love shaped paper clips. I don't know why. I just think they're cool. I like circle paper clips too, and I can never find them. Okay, so I have to put this at a pretty severe angle so that the book still closes. But I'm okay with that. We like New Mexico. Do you, Michelle? Yay. A kindred spirit. I should put the paper clip on the picture. There you go. Did exactly what you asked, Michelle. There we go. So I'm going to do a little journaling on this page, talk about our trip, all of that stuff. But yeah, that's my late night project with y'all. Yay, you can sleep now. I'm happy. I'm happy that you can sleep now. Let me take the glare off of that. These laser cuts are really cool. They have stuff in them. Pretty awesome. But there it is, and there's the New Mexico sign with the chili peppers on it. And there's our little beep beep Jeep. Look at how fun that is. Yay! Yeah, the mini album is super duper fun. So I have a page that's Linda that I haven't done yet because I want Dale to cut me out a laser thing like this that says Linda's watching for this page. So it's got to be red and black. FYI, Dale, if you're listening. I have our Florida page from Jupiter Beach where it was so freaking hot. Oh my gosh, it was so hot. This is from Novi, Michigan. And this is the first time I had Tim Hortons coffee. And she knew that Sandy didn't like coffee. Yes, 2 eyes over Linda. That would be amazing. Little eyeballs. I could put little googly eyes on it, Michelle. So she brought Sandy donut holes because she knew Sandy didn't like coffee. So there's that. This was when Sandy and I went and saw the horses. Dale took our picture. So, but there's like these horses that are in this, I don't know, in front of this building. And so Sandy took me to see all the big bronze horse statues. So, of course, I colored our horse, our Pegasus. So that was in Irving, Texas. That was when we did a show there. And then this is when we got our matching tattoos in 2020 here in Idaho. And then this is our Texas page. We went to Magnolia Farms, and that's in Waco, Texas. This was super fun. Oh my gosh, so fun. We eat Chick-fil-A at literally every show. So I just adore this picture of Sandy. I think it is the cutest. And it popped up on my phone today as my memory today, Sandy. I don't know why. But this is Sandy eating ice cream prior to her meal. Hi, Michelle. Oh, you will be? Yay. We'll see you there. Are you going to the other show? That is in, where is it at? Mesquite. And then this was when we went to Creativation with, so there's Dale and Cameron and Tyler. And of course we have Chick-fil-A in our hand because, you know, that's a thing. So, yes. And then this is Sandy and I drinking our favorite beverages. So, super fun. And this is a sticker from Miss Moss Gifts because we love Miss Moss Gifts. And then our little girls there. So you can use your stamps in here. Like, it's so cool. This is the frog that Sandy just did from the Rivet set. And we're wearing Kermit the Frog leggings. I don't know if you can see that. Kermit leggings. Yeah. We're going to have to take another picture in the Kermit leggings, Sandy. So yeah, you can use, and look at this paper clip, Michelle. It's a map pointer. And then this was our very first trip together. This is actually in Florida. So that was our first working trip together. And then this was the first time we met in person. This was the Idaho Scrapbook Show in 2018, which we had talked for a while online before this, but then there's the little cactus dudes, and then there's us. So we're working on it. We're getting there. I have all these pages to fill. I have spent a lot of time printing out pictures lately because I've been working on another project for us. So, cool, PC. I can see green spots on your legging. Yes, that's Kermit. That is Kermit. He's sitting on blue balls. That's why we have those leggings. It's funny. But yeah. So anyways, this is on display. So whenever you come to the shows, you'll be able to see it on display. I'm obviously going to add more to this page because it feels a little blank to me. But I will be, you know, journaling and stuff. So there will be a little more added to it. But yeah, this was another road trip, and I can show you, I probably have this picture on top of, yep, this little wooden state right here too. And this little wooden state says New Mexico, and here's Idaho from this one over here. Oh, and here's Arizona. And here's Oregon. And here's Utah. Oh my God, Sandy, do you not want that ice cream right now? Because look at that ice cream. It looks amazing. I did, Michelle. Doesn't that ice cream look amazing? Don't you want that right now? Because I really want that right now. And then this is Illinois. There's Tiffany. And us sticking out our tongues. And Virginia. Do you guys know all of your states? This is Michigan, the lower part of Michigan. And this is Long Island. Can you see us on there? And this is Minnesota. And then this is Florida. My camera's having a hard time. And Georgia. You guys will see what this is all for at a later date, but I've had a lot of fun doing this. So, Tennessee. This picture was taken like literally, what time was it, Sandy? Long Island isn't a state, but I didn't want to leave it wooden colored. So it's, yes, I did. And they're on wood. So it's just part of New York. It's not a jigsaw puzzle, but it's kind of. But Sandy, do you remember this Tennessee photo? Was it like 3 o'clock in the morning? It was awful. And then this will make you laugh. This is the New Jersey photo, and it is actually fuzzy. It does not get much more clear than that. It is fuzzy, and it's because Sandy and I got kidnapped in New Jersey. We are literally in the back of a van in this picture, and we were kidnapped in New Jersey. Bobby from Scrap That said that he would give us a ride back to the hotel. And, oh my God, she was for real. I gotta find the Arkansas one too, because that was on that same trip, and she was definitely like, for real? Here's New York. So see, Long Island comes off of the end of New York, wherever I put it. There it is. So it goes like this. So I didn't want to leave this just wooden colored. So this is a picture of us. We're actually in the train on our way to go to the Empire State Building. But anyways, so yeah, Bobby had kidnapped us and he was like, I'm sorry, there's no seats in the front of the van. And we're like, it's fine, we'll jump in back. And then we didn't realize that it was like super duper hot in the back of the van, and it was like literally nothing. So we were like, oh my God, we got kidnapped. And we were saying how we just trusted them to randomly take us to our hotel, and we just jumped in the back of their van. Sandy was like, what if he forgets we're in here? This is Mississippi. Linda took that one too. This is Pennsylvania. This is Louisiana. Yeah, fussy cutting some of these states, let me tell you. Oklahoma. But it's been really cathartic for me. Here it is, Sandy. Here's the Arkansas one. And this one was at like midnight. And we were jumping out of the car, and we're like, Linda, you have to take our picture. And she was sleeping, and she was like, you girls are crazy. And the Tennessee one was like in the middle of a field, and we had to like pull over to this random, it was like the side of the road, and we had to like run through the briars. And the sign's really far behind us. It looks a lot closer to us than what it was, but it's really far behind us. And we're like dead tired. And yes, the wood was pre-cut. I had a friend of mine make us a map. So here's Alabama. And this one is Maryland. And we only have a picture of the state sign. And then a picture of us. This is Sandy and I holding hands like this because we were on a road trip. And so it's a picture like out the front of the window because we couldn't stop. Where the state sign was in Maryland, we could not stop. So we took pictures. And so the part that I tried so hard to get was where it said Maryland on it, and then ended up having to cut it off. So there's that. This is the top part of Michigan. So this is northern Michigan. It goes like this. And then, Sandy, you're going to have so fun trying to find out where these go. It was a bit creepy. This one is West Virginia. It actually goes like this. So it's like vertical. But hey, you know, I can only do so much. And then, look, Julie, are you still here? This is Washington. Milligan, are you still here? Milligan, are you here? Are you here? Are you here? Ready? This is California, and there's Milligan with us. You made it on our map. When we come to Canada, we have to see Cheryl. Pixie, we do not have a picture of you with us. So we need to get on that. Here's Nevada. Because I could totally add you to this Texas one. Miss Pixie. We could put it all right here. Picture of the three of us. Or over here would be a great spot. Right? Because you was working. So when you come to the show, don't forget we need to take a picture of us so we can add it. Because we need you, Michelle. All right. So that's all the states that we have been to. You have now caught up with us. We have 23 states left to go to. So 23 states left to hit. So we will be checking a few more of those off our list this year, right, Sandy? You'll shower and everything? Thanks. That's a great... Thanks, Pixie. We appreciate that. Can you wear deodorant too? That'd be great. So there you go. So thank you guys for joining me. Tomorrow I will probably come on earlier, but I don't know. We'll see. It is almost 10 o'clock here, so I probably won't be asleep until midnight, but whatevs. It's all good. I had fun hanging out with you guys, and maybe we'll do another page, or maybe we'll make a Christmas card, or yeah, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. But thank you guys for being with me tonight. I appreciate it. Sandy, thank you for letting me take over your live while you're on vacay. No, Sandy's just on vacation, so I decided to jump on because I didn't want you guys to miss out. And so came on, we colored the Beep Beep Jeep, and yeah, so she's out of town. Hey, pal. So yeah, so I took over the live. Lena's headed out on vacation too. Have fun, pal. Drive safe, all that good stuff. Keep me posted. I'm really excited for you. Lena hasn't had a vacation in 19 years, and she is going to a football game. So good for her. So anyways, thanks, Cheryl. And I will see you guys all probably at some point tomorrow, but just look for a post because there's a lot of preparation and stuff I have to do for Thanksgiving and everything. So I don't know for sure that I'm going to have time. And plus there's a lot of admin stuff that I have to do before the holiday. So I'm going to try though. I'm going to try to make it for you guys. So anyways, stay connected to the page and I'll let you know what time. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Toodles.